I don't know if this thing's working or not. Who are you? Where am I? Why do I exist? I think there's nice music and ugly music. The ugliest music I've ever heard is Frank Zappa and the Grateful Dead, the Who, 99% of Neil Young's output, 150,000,000% of AC/DC, off track. Earliest memories. You might notice on some of my videos I have a deep gash in my skull. My parents were both virgins. They'd both fought in World War II. Mum in the Air Force and Dad in the Army. And they were so randy they had a quick route. And I turned up almost 9 months to the day after they were married. But poor Mum had lost both her parents. They died before I was born, and I remember my earliest memories of just being alone. And they used to build these crib things like a prison cell for children, and I was on my own in this thing for the first 2 or 3 years of my life, 2 years of my life. And that gash in my skull, I remember when Mum dropped me on the rocks at Cronulla. Mum obviously had postnatal depression. She was suffering the loss of her parents, the horror of sexual intercourse, and then having to give birth to this screeching, squawking, farting, shitting, pissing thing that came out of her front bottom. Poor Mum. I love my Mum so much. But yes, my earliest memories are of Mum just waxing the floor and me in like a prison cell thing where you're just in a separate room. And I've never been able to. I do love to give someone a hug, because I find that really exciting. Not in that way, but I didn't have any touchy-feely experiences at all when I was a child, and yeah, where that came from. Yeah, so I think Mum actually tried to kill me, and then oh look, let's not get into this. But the thing is, ugly music, Frank fucking Zappa. My last girlfriend who died of cancer when she was 42, I had her living at my place for a while, and she was cooking up some sort of drugs in a pot on the stove, and the news came on the radio. They said Frank Zappa died, and I almost felt like saying, "Oh, that's great." And she went, "He was a Jew." I mean, she's dying of cancer, and I had to put my foot down. I said, "Look, he wasn't a fucking Jew. He was a bloody Syrian, Sardinian, French combination, SSS, FS, FSSS, Decker." Yeah, anyway. Oh, God. Even when people are dying of cancer and you do feel great pity and love for them, and there's nothing you can do, they can still give you the fucking shit, you know what I mean? The nastiness of the physical world. Yeah, so anyway, so I've never been able to really collect potato land. Yeah, but I've always felt I'm on the autism spectrum, I have a great compassion and love, overwhelming love for everything, but I don't know how to sort of show it, you know what I mean? Anyway, ugly music. Now, how to teach children to speak English. with pop music. Now, the Who, 99% of their music is absolutely fucking disgusting garbage. But if you could have heard My Generation on a cheap transistor radio at Cronulla Beach in 1965, mate, it was so awesome. And then Substitute, which I related to completely. I'm a Boy, which I related to completely. And then it started to go off. Some pretty awful singles after that. And then I Can See for Miles. So basically, my love of The Who is about maybe half a dozen tracks. So that's right. We're going to teach children English using what they call consonants and vowels. I prefer to call them cosmonauts and bowels, which the poor cunt that they sent up in the Sputnik must have felt like. So why were they called the Who? Well, when you're learning English, from trying to remember from a long time ago, it's what, where, how, who, when, and why. Now, why did they call themselves the Who when they could have been called the what, the when, the how, the where, and why? Have a nice day.